All right. Hello, everyone. So, welcome to our Product.NET community event powered by AI technologies. So, obviously, this is a very hot topic today, and a lot of people are talking about AI a lot. And so today, the goal of today's topic is just really to show how you can use AI from the practical perspective. So not just by polishing your emails or so, but how you can add AI into your backend, how you can connect this AI technology with your API and get some real profits and deliver really nice services to your customers. So we have today a very nice speaker, Arthur Heko, who will talk about AI function calling thing. He will show a lot of practical examples, and I hope you all will enjoy and get some really interesting, useful things, useful tips, um, how to adapt AI on your project. Yeah, Arthur,
Yeah.
the stage is
Hello.
yours.
Hello, everyone. Let me share my screen to start presentation. Can you see?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's start. Today, I'm going to talk regarding AI function calling feature. Uh, my name is Artur, and I'm a senior software engineer at EPAM. During the presentation, we are going to go to some main points. What is the function calling, the main flow, how the AI model interacts with our code, yes, with our user-defined functions, and going to show some demos. First demo will be pretty simple, and after I'm going to show some more, I would say, relevant business example. And the last one demo will be how to achieve the function calling for the models that don't support function calling feature because some models are not able to recognize it or don't have specific API to work with functions. Okay, let's start with the first topic. What is the function calling? The function calling is a tool that enables us to connect the AI model with external tools. In particular, we are able to connect our defined functions in the application with AI model so that model will be able to call them. I would say in quotes, call them in quotes, because it just return in the response suggested function with input parameters for it. And that's all.
Yeah,
Our
well,
responsibility.
that's enough, right? So
Yeah.
that's really enough for you to make a call on yourself.
Yes. And it's our responsibility to call function in our application. AI model will just capture all appropriate information from the user prompt and receive in JSON format, for instance, to us, so that we will call our function. Let's go next to some, I would say, flow diagram, how our application interacts with the model. First of all, we receive prompt from the user where user want to do some action, in particular, get current weather in the particular location. And our application need to create a specific request to AI model. This request will contain, first of all, prompt and functions that are supported in our application to perform an action for a user. As you know, we need to declare specific schema for AI model so that the model will recognize that what function does, yeah, and what we should call on our side. Here is an example of the function declaration. For different vendors, we have different schemas, but they are pretty similar. Just some input parameters are different, but you can use this schema as example. And first of all, we need to define the name of the function and the description of it, what the function will do. And inside of the object, we need to pass some parameters object that contains all input properties for our function. And here's example. Yeah, we have like function get weather, and description of the function is get the current weather in a given location. And here we specified some input parameters like location. The type of location is string, and what is it? Here with some example so that AI model will recognize and understand what we should put here. And another parameter related to unit. It's again a type of string, and here we can add some enum. Parameter that are specified in our application. It can be anything here, like order status, and etc. And also we can specify some required parameters for our function, like location is required, and unit it's no interesting for us. We can.
That's really look like a open API specification. That's quite close, right, Arthur?
Yes. Let me show, because for instance, for OpenAI, we have specific page in docs where you're able to read what is the function calling, what's the schema with examples, because nowadays function calling are supporting some parallel execution. It means if you have some long executing task, you will be able to call them in parallel, and as a result, you can achieve your result more faster. Also, if you go, it's OpenAI documentation, but if you go to Anthropic, in particular cloud model, you can see the schema a little bit different. Instead of parameters, we have input schema here as the main object, but other parameters are left the same. A little bit different differences. Okay, let's go next. As soon as the model process a user request and understands that we need to call one of the functions that were defined, we received from the model suggested function, response, and payload for it. After that, we are able to call database API, query, API request, etc. It doesn't matter what you're going to do inside of your function. But as soon as we receive some output from our function, some response, we need to call AI model again, to send our response from the function, so that model will understand, should we call another function to complete the user action, or model will generate a response to user. If we receive that we should stop and just return response to user, we will return it. And that's all. Looks like it's pretty simple feature, but you're able to use it with your application and achieve some business requirements for your domain. Okay, do you have any questions regarding it?
Not for now, but just a comment from my end. So basically, what you are just going to show us right now is the way how you can bring to your like AI interactivity, like some really precise things. For example, AI's responses, they are quite approximate, right? But
Mm-hmm.
with this function calling thing, you can make the response like really precise. And what is really cool, you can use a generic purpose model, yeah, which is
Mm-hmm.
available through, let's say, OpenAI
Yep.
API, and you can add your domain specific things. For example,
Mm-hmm.
if you are a car manufacturer, you can, let's say, expose this, or
Mm-hmm.
you can build a function calling functionality and use generic purpose model to bring, let's say, some really specific car terminology, car domain things, like, I don't know, I'm not a car expert obviously, but like by using very generic purpose models, you are able to bring very precise things, very domain specific things.
Yes, you're right. And as a result, uh,
uh, yeah.
to don't expose a lot of data to AI model, you're
Yeah,
able to
exactly.
transform data to your AI. Yeah, as a result, we won't send so sensitive data
Hmm.
to perform some action. We will send just enough to complete the action, so that model will recognize, yeah, what we should do. But on our side, we will do some sensitive data, some sensitive um, action
Yeah.
on our side, yeah, and it's really good
Hmm.
that
Yeah, one question from Serge: can we use it instead of rec? I'm not sure what is rec. Maybe you
but
know.
I believe it's the similar approach, yeah,
Okay.
with rec, because we send all information to AI model, yeah, so that the model will recognize how to, with what data the model works. I believe it's the similar, but the name is function calling, but I believe it's similar, like rec technicus. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, let's move on then. No questions.
Okay, let's go to the demo. Uh, okay, let's start. I created a pretty simple chat with uh, bots, and here I have four assistants. The first one is the most simple assistant related to receive information regarding current weather in the location. Uh, I created I've created a shop assistant as well. It means that the user will be able to manipulate items in the catalog, or as well as make some purchase, yeah, for us. Just type some words and it will be and purchase process will be completed.
Yeah,
Also
Arthur,
yeah.
three shops during the preparation. What a productivity! You were definitely powered by AI.
Oh, it's I would say it's tricky because sometimes I would say it's so smart. Yeah, AI model, it's so smart. It can receive so appropriate data to you and complete the action in one time. But sometimes uh, it returns irrelevant data. Yeah. Uh, with the same input parameters. Yeah, I haven't changed anything, but
The
one
response was
time,
different. Yeah.
but
Okay.
the response so
Let's see
different.
what you have. Let's see.
Okay, we have a weather uh, assistant. Let's join to the chat. We have his first message from the assistant. Hello, Arthur. What would you like to do? And here I can just type like, what is what is the current weather in the capital of Japan. Yeah, and send request. As you can see, we received response with some data. Yeah, that the current weather in Tokyo, the capital of Japan, is 31 degree. But in real, we receive this information from our application. It means that our application returns this data, that the current degree of in the Tokyo is 31, and also receives that the capital of Japan is Tokyo. It's pretty simple. Let's go to the
Arthur,
code. Yeah.
one ask from the audience. Can you zoom in
Oh,
a
okay.
little bit? Because, yeah. Okay.
Is it better?
Yeah. And folks from audience, you can put the location where Arthur can check the weather. So maybe that would be helpful for you. So, for example, you will understand that you need an umbrella today or so.
Yes, but in real, it always returns the same data, because, as I said, we receive this information from our application, and this data is static. Yeah, because to achieve it, let's go to the first weather assistant service, where we define some OpenAI client, first of all, and model that we're going to use for it. I used GPT 3.5 because it's too cheaper for me than GPT 4, but I believe if you have enough money, you can use more nowadays models. Yeah. To make request, first of all, we need to add what model we are going to use and the messages that we receive from the user. Also, you are able to add here some system message. System message can be used as instructions, yeah, for your assistant. Also, I set the temperature as 0 because we are not going to have so creative response from the model. And also we need to define all functions that are supported in our application. As you can see, we have two functions, get weather function and the get capital function. Let's go to the definition of these functions. I've just recently showed some schema, yeah, for functions, and here we have like name, the function name, description, what function does, and input parameters for this function. And as I said, as you can see, it's static, yeah, response from the function. Just for example.
Arthur, probably the description part is quite important, right? Because by this, so using this description, this is the way how the AI model will be able to recognize when exactly this function calling should happen, right? So
yes, you're right. Also, it's good to have enough description so that, yeah, AI model will recognize the purpose of this function and the main objectives, yeah, of it. Okay, and also we described what input parameters, what type of the parameter, and again, the main part is the description of parameters. And the second function, the get capital, again, we have the same schema like name, description, and parameters. And as I said, it's static, so we just return Tokyo for every response and request. Yeah. Okay, it's simple. As I said, it's simple function as just for example, but I've created another assistant related to manipulating of data from the catalog. If we go to the catalog, we can see that we have some products, yeah, some items in the catalog, and they are stored in database, in particular MS SQL Server. And let's go to the orders tab. We don't have anything here. Okay, if we go to a system, it will be some nick. Let's try. I hope we will receive so relevant response from it, from the model. Show 3 cheapest. computers from the catalog. Okay, let's try. Oh, okay, as you can see, yeah, but
However, not all of these things. So all of these things are not really computers, right?
yes, as I said, it's not so relevant in sometimes, but let's try like this with details. Oh, looks like we have a lot of data as a result. Some issue, a lot of tokens, I would say, yeah, were sent to the model. Okay, let's try another one. I don't know. What would you like to try to find? Because data was generated by Bogus. It's a application. Yeah, it's a library that help us to create some synthetic data.
White t-shirts. Let's
Okay,
try.
white T-shirt. Uh, find white shirt. Let's try. As you can see, we don't have, but it was found some
In a white
another.
color. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yes. Let's try. I don't know. Again, let's try to find propose maybe propose three computers. Oh,
Okay.
perfect. As you can see now, we have three computers. Very proposed.
Okay.
Yeah. With this response was generated by model. I don't have this logic in my code. I just provide all information to AI model and it just return. Okay, we can just say, okay, by this one.
So the names of the items in your application seem like
Yes,
something from the RPG game.
yes, but but it
Handcrafted
was
concrete
it
computer.
yes, it was generated by Bogus. It's why it's quite interesting to see the name, yes, strange name of the items in your catalog. Okay, as you can see, we set by the first computer, and it was completed. Let's see. Do we have anything? Okay, yeah, we have this computer was bought.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, was bought
That's awesome.
as. Yeah, it's awesome if if you have relevant data, but unfortunately, from time to time, we don't have so good response. But you know, what I try to say is that to achieve, I believe, to achieve more specific and more relevant responses from AI model, you need to use some instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where you will define what the model should do and shouldn't. Uh, I believe if you prepare, of course, you need to try. You need to have a lot of experiments to understand what is more suitable for your response. Yeah, for your response. Yeah, and for your application. Okay, but let's a little bit check a code. Yeah, what is really happening inside of our application when we have a call? As I said, we need to
Yeah.
define what. Yep.
Arthur, like few minor questions, but I think you will address them during your
Mhm.
your explanation. So one was from Serge. Is there a particular data format that we should return a function result to a model? Yeah, I think you will show that and explain, right? Um,
Uh, yeah. As soon as I'm going to go to the code to
mhm.
show the main flow. Yeah, as search said, when we have a call to AI model, and after that we receive the response. In the response, we have the main concept like finish reason to understand should we call a function in the code or not. And if the finish reason is two calls, we go next. We need to add a message from the assistant to have a history so that the model will have a context or our conversation, what was added and what was received from function, from assistant. As soon as we identify what the function we should call, the name of the function, we can perform an action. And as soon as the action was complete, we should add a new message, to our request with all information that we received from the function and the function ID.
So
to it.
so the shape of this message, is it just a JSON or what? So what
Uh,
did you put?
I put here JSON,
Okay.
but you are able to put it
Free text, right?
free
XML,
text.
CSV.
Yes,
Okay.
you're right. It's up to you to
Okay.
do it. And we have a loop,
But
to
I
complete.
suspect in some cases it will work better than in others. So maybe JSON will be able to be well. So JSON AI model will be able to process it better than just free text, or vice versa. I'm not sure. Yeah, it really.
Yeah, we should have
Yeah.
some pattern. Some pattern for it. As result,
Yeah.
you will be able to receive more appropriate responses. I said, yeah.
So there is another question. Are there any token limit restrictions we need to apply to the response of functions?
Uh, mm, At the current moment, I haven't applied any restriction regarding token. I use max limit of tokens, but of course you are able to do it to have to decrease amount of bill, in amount, in your bill, but it's up to you. But of course, if you reach this limit, you will receive some error from the model that the response it's too long. We are not able yet to return to you because I believe you've seen you've seen it when we receive some exception on the application.
But the question probably was about the call of your function. So I mean, how many data can you push back to the model when you made a function call in?
Oh, for instance, now I just push more than 100 items from the catalog, and
Oh,
it's
okay,
okay. Yeah.
quite impressive.
hmm Uh, but as you can see, we need to do a lot of work from our side. I mean, to check should we call function or not, etc., etc. I mean, if you add a new function, you will need to go to your logic and add a new case, for it.
Switch case
But
situation.
yes,
Okay.
but we can achieve something automatic process from the code. As a result, we will see a magic, I would say, like really some model will call our functions without our interaction. Um, to achieve it, we need to use semantic kernel
Yeah, that's what I saw
library.
yesterday on Microsoft's Build conference. They showed the semantic kernel
Yes.
attributes.
Yeah. What is semantic kernel? I would say it's a proxy between your application and AI model. It's really AI orchestrator because it can call your function directly without your interaction. It understands what we should call and etc. And I'm going to show, as you can see, I have another assistant, kernel assistant, and I don't know. It will be Sam. It do the same things like eShop assistant, but now we don't need to create the assistant in the code. I don't have any assistants related to kernel. We just need to add a kernel assistant to in program file inject it in our dependency injection and provide this kernel what functions we have for using. For instance, as you can see, I import some plugin from type, in particular card service or order service. If you go to the order service, we just have two attributes. The first attribute is the kernel function, the name of your function. And the second attribute is the description, what function does. Instead of creating so huge, function definition in separately, you just go to your function.
Yeah, you
And
basically concentrate on the logic itself
yes.
instead of concentrating on how you should glue these things together.
Yes, you're right. And if you go to the assistant controller, we can see that we have some logic related to kernel assistant, where we just return get some required services to interact with model. Here we set behavior for tool call. It means that we delegate this work to kernel. The function must be called automatically. And as soon as we receive some response, we can have a history, of course, or our application, so the model will understand the context.
Yes, this is the way how you can now make some, like, not SQL injections, but function calling injections.
Yes,
So,
yes. And that's
because you have
all.
no control on what is
Mhm.
called.
Yes. But unfortunately, as you said, we are not able to control the behavior, because if we have imperative approach, we switch, and case statement, we are able to control, to understand should we call something else or not, etc. But here we rely on the semantic kernel. We just push prompt from the user, and the semantic kernel will provide the response to it.
Arthur, this semantic kernel, is it like a cross-platform, so there is no Windows specific? Because I know that Microsoft is trying to bound this AI functionality that they bring to Windows, because they are going to bring some Windows specific APIs regarding the AI. But this kernel library, it's not bounded anyhow to Windows, so you can use it on Linux.
I believe so, because we have some library, the same library for Python, and I
Okay.
believe it's not Windows specific feature. Okay, yes, and if you go to the our again chat, let's try. I don't know, maybe here it will be better. I don't know, show all bikes. Let's say like that. Oh, really? Yeah, good. As you can see, receive response from the model. And since I've added some history, chat history from the from our application, now we can just say like by the first bike.
I never thought that the color could be a salmon.
Okay. Process would like to proceed. Okay, yes. It means that want to complete the purchase. Okay, want to have some confirmation. The purchase was successfully complete. Okay, if you go to the orders tab, let's check. Yeah. Oh, it is strange,
Yeah, that
because as you
you
can see,
purchased some strange
it
things.
was added some strange, but I believe it might be related to my logic in the application, because to simplify a lot of work, I have a single instance of card, and maybe to return appropriate card ID, I have some broken logic. But in some cases, when I've been experimenting here with that, I've received pretty good response and
Yeah, now
output.
you will be able to invent your own bike with these items that you purchased.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. And the last one, approach related to how to achieve the same behavior, but unfortunately we are not able to achieve the same behavior for models without supporting this functionality. Here I used Amazon AI model. It's just as a model that can produce some response from the text, summarize the text, etc. But to achieve the same behavior, we need to do some work on our side. Let's again. But here we are able to receive only the weather. Yeah, what's the current capital, okay, of Japan again, Japan. But if you add something else, you will receive the same response. Okay, as you can see, we received the same. Yeah, approximately the same as we had for other models. But if you go
GPT.
to, yeah, if you go
This one
to,
was GPT. This one is a AWS specific model. I'm
yeah,
not sure what they
yes.
have.
But if you go to the service, assistant service for Amazon, as you can see, now we just describe what we would like to do in one prompt, like what's the task, what it should be do, what will uh, receive as input, and what we should return. Also, I would say I've noticed that if we add some like important instruction, like the output must be only a JSON object and make sure the JSON is valid. In this case, the accuracy of the responses from the model increased in 50%. Just adding some prompt engineering technicals here, like important
With a
type.
capital important statement,
Yes,
right?
yes, and
That's interesting finding, Arthur.
yes, but I don't know. I've been experimenting with that for 1 or 2 weeks, as I said, yeah. And what I can say, the feature, I mean AI, yeah, looks like pretty interesting, but we need it's I would say it's unclear how it really works, how by in the same with the same input we receive different responses. It's strange.
Yeah, it's strange, but it's like very human-like behavior because one day you had a good morning, so you had a nice mood during all the day. Another day, you probably didn't sleep well, so you are angry,
Mhm.
and yeah, a lot of conflicts are happening around you. So yeah, like that's fun, but that's very human nature behavior.
Yes, yes. And for the models that don't support function calling, we we do the same things. We have a loop, yeah, with receiving some information, but a lot of work to parse, the response to receive the JSON model. It's our responsibility. In some cases, it's not good. Yeah, because in some cases we can receive something unexpected, really unexpected from the model that it's not suited for our application. Yeah. Okay, I believe it's all from my side regarding the code. Yeah, and okay, 1 second. And here are some links. Yeah, for for learning, I would say, and also I've shared the source code
Yeah,
of
because we
from the
we
demo.
we got some questions
Yeah,
regarding that, so people wanted to explore what's inside because it's a really nice starting point. What everything that you've shown.
yeah, I believe so. But as I said, I believe if you provide so certain, yeah, request to a model with a lot of instructions, what the model should do and what shouldn't, I believe in some cases you will receive pretty good response. As a result, you will be able to inject, yeah, AI capability in your application.
And yeah, let's wait for some pull requests regarding the weather service. So maybe somebody will make a pull request and bring a real interaction with
Yeah,
real weather service. Let's see. Yeah, folks, do we have any questions? I think we have few. Um, like regarding the code, it is answered. What else? Have you tried this with some local model? I mean, does any model support it or some particular models only? Okay, yeah, what Arthur actually showed, he showed the interaction with the OpenAI models, which is GPT 3.5, not even the latest one, and it supports function calling natively. And also Arthur showed the interaction with Amazon, but Amazon doesn't
mhm,
support this function calling natively, but he was able to achieve the similar behavior just by arranging like basic conditions and explaining by just explaining the model how it should behave during the interaction during the session. So even without function calling, you can do that with the model with that doesn't really support
mhm.
this
Yeah,
function calling. You can achieve the same.
yeah. Just read documentation because not all models from OpenAI are supported. Yeah, this functionality. You just need to read documentation.
Another question. I've heard it is possible to initiate a chain of function calls. Do you know anything about that?
But I believe we showed it because to achieve, for instance, yeah, we have, let me share maybe again, yeah, my
So
screen.
maybe this semantic kernel library can like do these chains instead, or
Yes, 1 second. This, oh, sorry, not
uh,
this one.
yeah, Arthur. While you are here, you can just copy paste the link to your Git repository because you showed it on the slide, but maybe if you copy paste, then people will be able
Okay,
to reach out the source code before we share the materials.
okay, yeah, because we have functional chains calling because here we define for functions. Yeah, but for purchase function, you need to go to through the all these functions. First of all, you need to
Hmm.
receive products. Next, you need to go add a product to the cart. Yeah. Next, go create an order. Yeah, from the cart, and the last action is uh, purchase process. As
Hmm.
result,
So
when
it
we
worked. It worked
yeah,
out of the
yeah,
box. So you
yeah,
didn't do any specific things. Yeah. Okay.
yes,
Search that works automatically. Is AI generates SQL script? No, I don't think it generates. Well,
it
however, it
generates.
it
Yeah,
generates. Oh,
yes,
okay.
of course.
Okay.
With function calls, you're
Okay.
able to describe some instruction, yeah, that what you should generate at in the response. AI model will be able to
Okay.
generate it.
And
Really, yeah,
yeah.
I've heard regarding it.
SQL injections.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it generates. But yeah, I guess you can just tune the model so it will generate you only, let's say, where clause and like from which table you should make a selection. You can define this inside the function, and from the
Hmm.
AI model you can just get, let's say, where statement
Yes,
or only
yes.
condition, particular condition that will bring you to a better like position from the safety perspective, because just allowing model to generate a SQL script, it's a little bit dangerous, right? How I get the details about the schema of the DB?
You you must, yeah, I would say you have to define, yeah, you have to write this for models what you have. But
Mhm,
of course, as I know, you have nowadays we have some connectors to databases.
mhm,
As result, you don't need to write it directly. You can just have some connectors like plugin, yeah,
mhm.
with semantic kernel. As result, semantic kernel will be aware regarding your schema. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so no more new questions, and that probably means we are ready to wrap up the call.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arthur, thank you so much for this nice presentation. This is a really nice starting point for people who wanted to bring some AI interactivity to their application. Very, very useful. Thank you for sharing your Git repository. Yeah, cool. Very nice.
Hmm.
Very nice ending of the week.
Yeah. Thank you,
Knew a lot of
guys.